Hey guys, I'm headed up bear hunting all alone. Couldn't really find anybody to go with me today, but figured I better get out and go see if we can't find something. Ashley's back with the kid. Wish they were both old. Well, I wish he was old enough that they could both come. I miss her being with me, but that's alright. Headed up this hill. There's a spot up here where I'll be able to drop into a little canyon and hopefully be able to watch that canyon tonight. Thumped him. Yeah, Jack Norton. It's not a bad buck. Smoking. Good shot. So cool.
Oh yeah. Oh my. Say that.
Yeah, buddy, huh? Look at that. That is why we do it.
Oh my god.
It is super thick in here. I haven't seen any poop or anything. The branch just got stuck in my foot. I haven't seen any poop or tracks or much of anything, but I've seen some logs that have been like torn up and a big rock that had been rolled recently. You could see where it used to be and then where it is now. Kind of in a pretty little swampy area right now. I should be coming up on, there should be a huge canyon it drops down into. I should be coming up on that, I would think. But I've never came over this way. That's weird. I'll show it to you. It's a pile of poop with a different type of poop on top of it. Not really sure what's going on there. I've never been up over this way, so I don't know what it's gonna look like or what to expect, but I've been on the opposite side of the canyon, and that side was phenomenal as far as sign. There's poop everywhere, tracks everywhere, but that was in the fall, so I don't fully know what to expect since it's spring and we don't have the berries right now that we have in the fall. Found these mushrooms. Kind of weird looking mushrooms. I found a cool little pond. Just kind of been wandering. There's a place I want to get to for like the last hour of dark, but I'm not there yet. So I've kind of just been wandering a little bit, but found a little pond. I really doubt much of anything's coming into this right now, just because there still is water most places around here right now with the snow melt, but still figured it'd be worth walking around and looking. Alright guys, finally found our first little bit of bear sign for the year. I guess I found tracks last time we were out, but found some poop, so that's good. I don't think they poop a whole lot this time of year, so from what I understand, they kind of get a plug when they go into hibernation. from what I understand, it takes a little bit to lose that plug. So you usually don't see a ton of poop this time of year. But I don't know how true that is. So maybe if any of you guys know more, comment on it and let me know. But that's one thing that I've heard. I don't know if it's true or not. We're almost to where I want to be. This is where I wanted to get to. But it's quite a bit thicker than what I was thinking it was going to be. So I think we're just going to keep scooting about this elevation, just scooting around until we can get to a spot where you can see a little better. This is definitely bear country. Just got to get to where we can see better. I found a little place to sit down for a minute. You can't see super well, you can just see like little bits here and there. I need to find a better spot to glass from. I swore I just saw one, but I couldn't tell. It was really small, like a cub, but it was pitch black and it was running across some rocks, but it's just a little tiny spot that I could see. Hey guys, I just found some pretty stinking big bear tracks in the snow, walking the same trail I'm walking. So definitely know I'm in the right spot. To me, it just looks like a really big black bear. Definitely a big boy. Alright, I found another crazy track in the snow. I don't know 100%, but man, I really think that one's a wolf. There's only one good track there. That looks like a stinking wolf. Alright, we got about an hour hike out of here, and I think it's going to be dark in about 45 minutes probably. So we're going to start cruising out here. I found a trail. This is not the way I came in, but looking on Onyx, this will take me right to my truck. Just a little bit longer route. But I think I'm going to take this. Hopefully catch one up on the trail. I don't know what else to do. Run out of daylight and everything is way too thick. Way thicker than what I was imagining. So I'm just gonna cruise on out of here, I think. Just keep trying different spots. I know they're in here, but I don't know how to hunt this. And you can't bait this unit. So I really don't know how to hunt it. I think you could hunt it in the fall, just sit in a tree stand on water. But springtime, I have no idea how to hunt it. It's too thick. It's like the most wildlife I've seen. I saw something across the canyon, but I can't say for sure what it was. I thought it was a cub, but looking across there, you can only see bits and pieces through the trees. And whatever it was about the size of a, maybe a little bit bigger than a basketball, and pitch black, and it was running. I'm thinking it was either a cub or maybe a rock chuck or maybe a porcupine. Well, I'm walking out and I just cut another really big set of bear tracks. Another good bear in here for sure. Definitely a different bear. That's a good bear. set. There are literally tracks everywhere on this road. That's gotta be a big bear. Oh, we found another pile of poop. They're definitely in here. Just, oh, here's another pile right here, actually. That one's a little squishy. Yeah, they're definitely in here. I just don't know how to hunt them. It's way too thick. Thought about calling it, use a distress call and try to call it, but I don't know if I want to do that alone. If I had a buddy up here with me and he could sit back to back or something, but kind of sketch. Because I know there's a lot of grizzlies in this area. There's a lot of grizzlies and there's a lot of lions, so I'd prefer to wait until I've got a buddy here with me to call this. Hey guys, remember how I told you that I wanted to be out of here before dark? Well, I got back to the truck and went to put my rifle in, and the bolt to my gun had fallen out somewhere. So, put the gun in my truck, and I'm just trying to cruise back on this trail. I don't know when I would have lost it. Wanted to get back at a decent time. So bad that I left Ashlie, and now I'm headed back up the stinking mountain. I just don't know how I would have lost it. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me, because you have to like pull the bolt out, and you have to push the button on the left side, and that's what releases the bolt. So I am just like very, very, very confused how that would have happened. I do not understand how the bolt to my gun fell out, but somehow it did. I've almost walked all the way back to where I got on the trail. My guess is it pulled out in the trees, but I figured I'd at least walk like the area that I knew that I could see that I walked, but kind of figure once I get to where I came out of the trees, there's not a whole lot I can do, because it was thick, and I don't think that I'm gonna find it back in those trees. I already call it. I really wanted to be out of here before dark. Man, that really stinks. Really hurts my feel-goods. I really like this gun, and for it to be out of commission for a little bit, that's gonna stink. Well guys, that turned out to kind of be the worst bear hunt ever. Saw quite a few tracks and stuff, and definitely was in in the right area, but somehow the bolt fell out of my gun when I was in that thick stuff. And I was in thick stuff for well over a mile. And yeah, so I lost the bolt to my rifle. And so now I gotta contact Weatherby and see what I gotta do to get a new bolt. Pretty depressed about it, actually. I like that gun a lot, and for that to happen kind of breaks my heart. I don't understand how it fell out, because there's so many different things you have to do to get that bolt out. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm gonna be calling Weatherby on Monday and see what I gotta do to get a new bolt for that rifle. But breaks my heart. Hopefully I can get a new one. Hey guys, it is the day after I lost my bolt for my rifle. Decided I would cruise back up here after church and just go for a little bit of a hike. There's some trash here, so push that on the trail so I remember to grab it on the way out. But I figured I'd cruise back up here and go for a little hike. Brought the dog. I didn't bring a rifle today. Just brought my pistol. But the whole point is try to find the bolt for my rifle. Hoping that I can kind of unconsciously retrack my same steps, I guess. It's really thick, but I feel like the human mind and I guess animals are very similar in that aspect, that I feel like we will unconsciously retrack the same steps. I've been up hunting before and unconsciously walked past the same tree every single time that I walk in, and it's without following a trail or anything. It's just, I think you unconsciously make the same decisions most times. So my plan is just to kind of hike in with the same mindset that I had yesterday, and hope that I stumble across it, I guess. See what happens. Well, so far so good. We've been hiking for a little while, but I just been plowing through the bushes how I feel like I would. I just came up to my first little patch of snow, and my boot tracks are right through the center of it. So we're on track. Kind of crazy though, because I did not see this yesterday. Looks like a young bull deadhead. I did not see that yesterday, so just goes to show you what you do really miss. Well guys, it's starting to hail, but here's another thing that just shows you how much you miss when you're just kind of trucking along. There's a giant pile of bear scat right there. Willow just found it. But it's a huge pile of poop. Biggest one I've seen this year. But usually I watch for that kind of stuff just to know you're in the area. It's starting to hail on us. Well guys, it is coming down pretty good again. Seems like every time I go out this year we get marble-sized hailstorms. I think I saw one of my boot tracks a little bit ago, so I'm pretty confident that I'm still on my same trail. Alright, I made it back to the patch of snow that I found the tracks on yesterday, which also I want to point out that they look super old today, and yesterday they were like perfect. So I really think the bear was like not too far ahead of me yesterday. But yeah, so I made it back to this snow. So I'm glad we at least found that. We're somewhat on track. I can't remember what I did from here. I can't remember if I went straight up from here or if I went over it all. So yeah, from here I'm just gonna, I don't know, just kind of do what feels right, I guess. So far it's been working out. So far I've been running into my tracks and stuff the whole way, so I don't know if I've 100% been following my tracks, but I know I've been at least crossing the same path. She's just soaking wet dog over there. I really don't think she cares though. She's just happy to get out. Keep watching for a bear over on that hill, but sucky thing is, if I saw one, I can't do anything about it. Alright guys, I am on the mountain still. I've been for about 3 hours now looking for this dang thing. Right where I figured it would be, but I just cannot figure out the exact trail that I took. So I'm having a tough time with that. I went up to the main road, found where I connected to the main road on the snow. Dropped back down from there, but it really didn't do much for me. I'm still very confused. Everything looks exactly the same. I don't even know where to go. So this is kind of what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go back up to the road where I know that I connected. I'm gonna walk my tracks in the snow. Try to backtrack that whole area as well as I can. And if I can't find it, I guess I will be doing a video on buying a new bolt for your gun and testing the accuracy with a bolt that didn't come with your gun. I read quite a bit about it yesterday and just prepping myself because I knew that my chances of finding it today were slim to none. And from what I can tell, everybody recommends that you get the headspace checked on it. Not excited about it. I just feel like it was a possible defect. That bolt shouldn't just fall out of that gun. It's not supposed to. You're supposed to have to like push the button and the bolt comes loose. But it didn't work that way. Obviously. Pretty sure, because the bullet that was inside obviously fell out as well. So my thought was, there are two things that if I find either of them, it's going to point me in the right direction. Because I think they're right next to each other. Because I think the bolt had a defect. And I think that when I open that bolt up, when I bumped it or brushed it along a tree or whatever, I think that bolt opened up and it just slid out. Yeah, kind of breaks my heart because that gun's like my pride and joy. I'm freezing, soaking wet. Pretty much from like my thighs down are soaked, and then my whole upper body's soaked. Pretty much my hips are like the only thing that's semi-dry. But I don't know. I'm pretty much ready to call it. I'm just gonna have to buy another one and see how it goes. Alright guys, we spent about 4 hours looking for it, and I think we're done. We're headed back. I'm freezing my butt off. Got rain on pretty bad. I'm soaking wet. And I am super, super cold. So I think I'm just calling it. I don't want to get sick. Until then, I guess I'll use Ashley's 6.5 to hunt bears with until I can get another bolt for my gun. Thanks for watching, guys, and subscribe if you haven't. Hopefully the hunting season gets a little bit better this year. I got a turkey, but that was good. Had to work super hard for that one. Garbage. Oh, yeah, it's like even super uncomfortable to bend over because I'm so wet and cold. But subscribe if you haven't, and see you guys next time.